What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Rocket Vlogs. Today we got the new Pro Series 2 Pink Flamingo. We're going to do a little build and review of this thing, and then we're going to fly it. We're out here on a nice dry lake bed on a nice calm day. They sent me the booster too, so actually we were talking about this, and I think this is my first ever time doing black powder 2-stage rocket.
Really?
Yeah, my first 2-stage ever was an M to K, and I've never done an Estes one. So, but yeah, so shout out Estes, thanks for sending the rocket. They sent us motors, sent us the launch pad. Sweet. Use the code ROCKETVLOGS. Get 10% off your order, estesrockets.com. Link is in the description. Discounts already applied. Let's fly it. The Pink Flamingo goes together much like an E2X rocket or the Pro Series 2 Nike Smoke, so it's extremely straightforward and quick to assemble. The fins and centering rings are molded plastics, so if you're looking to get started in the world of bigger rockets, this is a great starting point that'll get your foot in the door with basic construction techniques and the ability to step your way up into more powerful composite motors. I wouldn't hesitate to put high impulse G motors in this rocket. I even think it would handle H motors and could be used for an L1 cert. Don't quote me on that though. Estes doesn't advertise this rocket as high power capable, but then again, they don't advertise the Pro Series 2 Nike Smoke as high power capable either, and I know a few people have done level 1 certs with that rocket. With decals and allowing time for adhesives to cure, I wouldn't hesitate to build and fly this thing within an hour using CA and 5-minute epoxy. Overall, I think it's a great kit and it's a big and impressive rocket for its price point, which is only $63 if you use my discount code. My only complaint is that it still retains the glue to the tube wall mount system for the shock cord, and if I were to build another, I think I would add a Kevlar leader on the motor mount and then put a bulkhead in the coupler and separate the whole thing in the middle of the two tubes instead of at the nose cone. That's just preferential stuff though. All of that aside, it's perfectly functional when built entirely stock, as you can see. I also love that it came with both rail buttons and launch lugs, so you can choose which one you want. I went with rail buttons so I could fly it off the awesome Estes Pro Series 2 rail launch pad, which you can also get for 10% off with my discount code, by the way. It's a super beefy pad that I would not hesitate to fly high power off of, so it's more than stout and convincing for any Estes rocket. You can also add the Pro Series 2 booster for 2-stage flights up to 1,700 feet with Estes motors. The PS2 booster also goes together in about 30 minutes or less, so you can go from 2 boxes of parts to flying a massive 2-stage rocket in under 90 minutes. And time. There you go. Unboxing to flight ready in around 30 minutes. Let's launch this thing. Okay, before we put it in the air, there's one thing I wanted to note that's not covered in the instructions. If you go with the rail buttons, which I highly recommend you do, the screw from the rear rail button will get in the way of using the booster. So I did a hack job of just notching that coupler so that it can still slide in. Otherwise, you just build it like normal. Don't look too closely at this. I got CA all over it. We're wasting no time going straight F15 to F15 2-stage, 1,700 feet. Max this thing out. Too easy. So Shane and I had the realization yesterday that, like, if this gap staging situation just doesn't work, then you get no parachute in the sustainer.
Yeah.
We're just like so used to being like, yeah, if the sustainer doesn't light, the electronics will deploy.
Right.
There's no electronics. So that's an interesting, like, higher stakes than I thought with the black powder 2-stage thing. But yeah, it's ready to go. Let's just throw some recovery wadding in here and let her rip. Okay, another side note with the Pro Series 2 pad, this the booster, since it has no rail guide, just slips off onto the blast deflector here. So we put this little screw with a nut in there to stop it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Estes 2 stages is kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's so, like, stressless.
Yeah.
It just worked. Let's do it again. All right, we're gonna do it F15 to F15 again, and then Shane brought his Nike Smoke, and we were gonna fly it, but we realized we'd have too long delays on everything. You should have brought the G53.
I know.
So we might do a third with this guy with the E16 booster. Before anybody comments about the speed of the countdown, it's because that GoPro only runs for 10 seconds at the frame rate I'm shooting at. So we gotta get it done quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I guess it just really wants to go that way. Oh, heads up booster. Okay. It keeps landing right on the coupler. Shoots out. Where's it at? It's getting hammered. All right, we're going for the full combo here. Single stage flight this time, but Shane's gonna get stills with my camera, and then I'm gonna one-hand it to launch it and try and do the iPhone video while I also still have to start the GoPro and run. Ready? Yeah. Oh God, oh God. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, that's not ideal. Okay, I thought for a second there I might have accidentally put an F15-0 in there, but I think that motor might have let go at the very end. Oh, parachute's nice and close.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Okay, interesting. It crunched it pretty hard down at the bottom, so I think that's kind of the end of that. But let's take the motor out and see what happened. Okay, well, it is a -6, so we did that right. Ah, it's so hot. What do the plugs look like? Yeah, I mean, it says -6 on it, but it really kind of just looked like as soon as it burned out. Huh. Might as well hit a quick little vlog action. We decided to go to the March Air Museum on the way home. It's not really on the way home, but
quite out of the way, actually.
But we decided to come here anyway. It's actually a gag for Shane's channel, so go to Postar Propulsions and you'll see it when you finish that video in February.
Yeah, something like that.
You're supposed to fly the rocket in August or September, so yeah, probably March is when the video should be done. There's a lot of really cool stuff here. There's a B-52 over there. They actually have a couple Minuteman missiles as well. I think that's one. This is one of the drones off of the SR-71. They have an SR-71 inside, but I'll show you why we're here primarily when we get in there. Since, you know, this isn't like a plane and aviation channel, but there's some cool stuff here, so I figured we'd shoot a couple clips. I didn't know they had a whole space exploration section. They got some big rocket engines. Are they engines when they're big to you too? Do they become engine when it's like...
Yeah.
I don't know what changes the... Tell us in the comments.
Like We Fly motors.
Yeah, We Fly motors.
Yeah.
And Estes engines are motors to us too.
Yeah.
But you get to here, and it's an engine.
Yeah.
So someone's inevitably going to be like, well, an engine has moving parts and a motor doesn't. And what I'm going to say to you is, what's your favorite engine sport?
Okay.
Do you ride engine cycles?
No, I don't.
When your ID expires, you go to the Department of Engine Vehicles?
No.
That's what I thought. All right. Whoa, I've seen this one before.
What planet is that?
Neptune, I think.
Okay.
The big blue ball.
Yeah, with the water.
Dude, this is sick.
Yeah.
This reminds me of getting to tour the Johnson Space Center. Shout out the OGs that got to do it at the Ballooner Festival when they did the expanded tour. It was sick. Dude, they got space shuttle enchiladas. and chocolate breakfast drink. That's
Ooh,
your favorite.
That sounds good.
It's an actual silica tile. It's a Soyuz seat.
Yeah.
They custom molded them to people, apparently. That's pretty crazy. This is gonna sound dumb, but like a full-scale Phoenix is really not that big.
Honestly.
We could handle that.
Yeah.
Harpoon. Yeah, spoiler alert, this is why we're here. Gives you an idea of what Shane's building.
Yeah.
It's way bigger than my Estes one, though.
Yeah. $36 for a dumb gag, though, but worth it.
Great deal. This right here is the reason so many people who don't know anything about rockets tell me that I should just put roller-ons on my rocket and it'll make it fly straighter and stop spinning.
Yeah.
People don't seem to grasp that I don't care. They're like, oh, this must be for science. They can't be doing this just for fun.
No.
Well, that's going to do it for us today, folks. We had a good time. The Estes Pro Series 2 Pink Flamingo is only $63 with my discount code RocketVlogs at estesrockets.com. And this one is a little beat up now, but Shane's pretty convinced you could still fly it even with the gash in it. It's a pretty big vent to the...
Oh, I did forget about the zipper.
But we just cut it down, really.
Yeah.
Call it a day. Make it a little shorter, a little more efficient. And move on with our lives. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I've never done a two-stage black powder rocket before, but thank you so much for watching. Again, 10% off of this rocket and pretty much your whole order at estesrockets.com. I think motors are excluded now, but we were getting away with it for a while. If you want to see behind the scenes and exclusive content, pictures, and everything that I'm working on, go to patreon.com/rocketvlogs or press the join button below this video to become a YouTube channel member whose names of both are scrolling across the screen right now. Make sure you're following Rocket Vlogs Official on Instagram and on Facebook, as well as my personal Facebook. That's just Braden Carlson, where I'm posting dozens of rocket videos across those platforms every day. And yeah, I'll see you next time.